Good morning, everybody. I just want to talk to you guys about making a responsible difference. I've been thinking a long time about this video, and I've actually searched on the internet about an article, because years ago I used to listen. There was a guy, Peter Hammond, he's a minister, runs his own ministry in Cape Town, and I listened to his teaching years ago about guilt manipulation and poverty, and how to make a difference, but for you to make a measurable difference and not to just hand out what you've got. So if you can just allow me a few minutes, I would like to talk to you about making a responsible difference and giving back, and because we all have an obligation to give and to make a difference in other people's lives, whoever and however you do it, but we all have this task, I almost want to say, upon our lives to make a difference. So how do we make a difference? And I want to guide you with this video is how to make a responsible difference in people's lives. So you work and you earn a salary and you work hard for your money, and you're responsible for that money. And that is what God also tells us in the Bible, is to be responsible with what we earn. So when you take that money and, for instance, you hand it out and give it to a person, say you want to bless somebody or you want to give money, and you hand it out to that person, make sure that where your money goes, it goes to the right channel, I almost want to say, to the right person, so that you can see that your seed that you've sown in that person's life make a measurable difference. Because you've worked hard for what you've got, and not to just let that fall on ground where there will no seed be coming up, and there's not going to be a difference. So I want to encourage you. So make sure with what you've got, if it's money or donation or belongings or whatever you give, make sure that where it goes to, that you can stand back and say, but my seed that I've worked hard for falls on good ground, and that there will be seed coming up onto that. Yes, sometimes we get disappointments when we help people, and it's not always the way that we think it will, that the seed will come up. But I just want to encourage you, don't just give out of guilt, because that seed is not going to fall on good ground. Make sure that when you give and invest in somebody's life, that there's, or in a company or a non-profit's life, that seed is going to come out, and that there's going to be beautiful flowers coming out from your seed. So how do you do that? How do you decide? And when you're in this situation, don't let guilt take over your heart. Give out of, you want to improve that person's life or that non-profit's life. Give out of that and not out of guilt, because you have worked hard for your money. And the Bible says, if you don't work, you will not eat. The Bible says we all have a responsibility. So I want to encourage you, when you see a person, wherever that person is, don't give out of guilt, because it's not good seed. And I hope you understand and hear my heart when I say this to you. So how do you discern? How do you make sure? Go and invest. And I want to say to you, there's so many non-profits out there. There's not just in our Heidelberg area, but there's a lot of non-profits out there. Make sure that when you give to a non-profit, that non-profit is registered, all its documents are in place, that non-profit can give accountability of where the finances goes to, that they can tell you what they've done with their finances, because that is going to help you to make sure that your seed falls on good ground. If you give to an individual, please check out the situation. Don't, and I'm begging you, don't just hand out money or hand out goods, because it's sometimes having a bad circle and that person stays there exactly, and there's no change. So you remember, I said to you, your seed needs to fall on good ground, and that is what I want to encourage you today. Give responsible. If it's donations, belongings, money, give responsible. And therefore, I want to encourage you, rather give to a non-profit. There's many non-profits in the Helderberg area or in the Western Cape or in South Africa, many non-profits. Check them out. Make sure that they've got a website. Also, check them out and give responsible, because that's where we as South Africans or as people around the world going to make measurable difference in other people's lives when you give responsible. And for those people that are involved with Halli Trust, I want to say thank you, because you're making a huge difference. And for those that are not, if you would like to choose Halli Trust, please go to our website, www.hollytrust with 2 L's. If you can see here my logo, .co.za. There's many ways that you can also get involved with us financially. And finances, just the last thing on that, lots of people ask us, do you get money from the government? Yes, there is funds available, but it's also a process of applying. And there's a 3-year cycle that we can apply for the government, and we're going to try that this year or next year, because it opens up next year again for the 3-year cycle. And we're also going to try and with a lotto, and we also have dreams to have something that we can sustain ourselves as Halli Trust. But it does make the world go round, and it does make a huge difference for guys or companies, people, to get involved financially monthly with us. And remember, there's 2 ways that you can benefit from this. We give you a PBO certificate, Article 18A, that you can benefit from your tax. You get some money back. And the other one is if you struggle with BE, we have our BE certificate that we also make sure that we pay yearly for that, to have that. And you can, because we level 1 registered, it also can help you to get BE points. So please look at our website, please contact us. And yes, I just want to encourage you, please make a measurable difference in people's lives and be responsible with your givings, with your money and your donation that you've worked hard for. Thank you so much, and have a brilliant, blessed day. Thank you so much.